When it comes to personal finance, there's a ton of advice out there, right? It can feel like you're drowning in information and it's tough to figure out where you stand financially. But if you can answer these important questions I'm about to mention, you're actually doing better than you might think. However, if these questions leave you scratching your head and feeling a bit lost, it might be a good time to roll up your sleeves and give your finances some TLC. What's the right amount to have in your emergency fund? Many people find themselves stumped when faced with this question. It's essential to know not just how much, but also why you should have a certain amount set aside. Typically, financial experts suggest having 3 to 6 months worth of expenses tucked away in a savings account, along with about 2 months worth in your checking account. However, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. If your income fluctuates, like for commission-based workers, tip-dependent individuals, or the self-employed, it's wise to err on the side of caution. On the flip side, hoarding too much cash isn't a great idea either. Money just sitting in your checking account isn't working for you. It's not earning interest and it's losing value to inflation every month. Think about your lifestyle and expenses. Consider your monthly bills, your spending on things like groceries and dining out, and most importantly, your financial goals. Are you saving for a house, retirement, or your kids' education? The point is, there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to how much money you should have on hand, but you should have a plan and be consistent with it. How much should you save for future expenses? Figuring out how much you need to set aside for upcoming, especially significant purchases can be a bit of a puzzle, and it's often something we overlook. While achieving debt-free status is a significant financial milestone, it's crucial to plan ahead for future costs. Take, for instance, your dream vacation. If you're eyeing a luxurious trip around the world in 5 years and it's gonna cost you $30,000, you'd need to save around $500 per month just for that adventure. And what about home improvements? Plan ahead for a major renovation or adding that dream swimming pool years before they become a reality. Think of it as making payments to your future self. A budget will help you keep account with your future self and track your income and expenses, so you can see how much money you have available at any given time. The more money you keep, the better your future will be. How can you cut down on your expenses? Financially smart people are always on the hunt for ways to trim their spending. If you can brainstorm a few methods to lower your monthly costs, you're doing well to keep your financial well-being at the forefront. There's nothing wrong with having a few cost-cutting tricks up your sleeve for when the need arises. Reducing expenses doesn't have to mean downgrading your lifestyle. It might involve finding better deals on things like insurance, refinancing your mortgage for a sweeter interest rate, or trimming down unused subscriptions. Other cost-cutting measures that could potentially impact your quality of life include downsizing to a more affordable home or apartment, considering a roommate, selling your car, or opting for home-cooked meals over dining out. You don't have to implement all of these money-saving strategies at once. Be proactive in seeking savings and know you can make adjustments when necessary. How does your monthly spending break down? Your income is like a powerful tool for building wealth, but if you're not careful, it can easily disappear into the abyss of unexpectedly large expenses. Have a clear picture of your monthly spending and how it's divvied up. Housing, typically the biggest expenditure for anyone with a mortgage or rent, demands your close attention. Letting your expense spiral out of control can spell financial disaster, leaving little room in your budget for debt reduction and investments. Know precisely how much of your income is allocated to this category. Transportation is another significant chunk of your budget, followed by smaller yet significant costs like food, healthcare, and insurance. Additionally, don't overlook those seemingly harmless expenses like subscription services, dining out, and impulse online purchases. They have a sneaky way of adding up and slipping through the cracks. If you can pinpoint where your money is going, you're already ahead of the game compared to those who scratch their heads at the end of each month, wondering where their funds have disappeared. How much should you invest each month? We all dream of financial success, but turning these dreams into reality requires a clear investment plan. It's okay if your current income doesn't allow you to invest as much as you'd like, or if your bills are stacking up. The important thing is to start investing something, even if it's just a small amount each month. To determine how much money you need to invest each month, consider the often advised 10% and pay yourself first. While we believe you'll eventually need to save a higher percentage, it's a great starting point. But don't worry if you can't hit that. Even if it's only $50, then start there. You can always increase it over time. The amount of money you need to invest will vary depending on your individual financial situation and goals. What doesn't change, though, is that the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. What investment accounts are right for you? A lot of people are unsure about the retirement or investment accounts they're using. And it's not just about which one to pick, but also understanding the perks and drawbacks of each. But this decision is pretty crucial because it can impact how much you save and what tax benefits you enjoy down the road. If you make the wrong choice, you might end up with less money saved and a bigger tax bill when you retire. Here's a quick breakdown of some common investment accounts. 1. Traditional IRA. When you put money into a traditional IRA, you get to deduct those contributions from your taxes, which can lower your tax bill for the year. Your money then grows tax deferred until you take it out in retirement, at which point you'll pay taxes on the earnings. 2. Roth IRA. With a Roth IRA, you use after-tax dollars for contributions. Your money grows tax-free, and you can take it out in retirement without owing any taxes. But remember, there are income limits for Roth IRA contributions, so not everyone can use this option. 3. 401k. Many employers offer a 401k retirement savings plan. You put money in before taxes, and your investments grow without being taxed until you withdraw them in retirement. Some employers even toss in matching contributions, which is like free money for your retirement fund. You can also be offered a Roth 401k, and much like the Roth IRA, you contribute with after-tax dollars, and your money grows tax-free. 4. HSA. A health savings account is perfect for medical expenses, and it's considered a triple tax advantage. Your contributions are tax deductible, your money grows tax-free, and best of all, you can take it out tax-free for qualified medical expenses. Which account is the right fit for you? It depends on your unique financial situation and goals. So take your time to research and understand the ins and outs of each account before making your choice. And if you want some more information on individual retirement accounts, check out our video Roth IRA versus Traditional IRA, which is best for you. It'll give you a better idea of how each of these accounts works. What investment returns can you expect? Having a clear idea of the investment returns you can reasonably expect forms the foundation for answering other financial questions and indicates that you've done your homework. The S&P 500, on average, returns around 10% annually, though it does have years with significantly high returns and some with negative ones. It's often considered a benchmark for market performance. Investing in the S&P 500 provides you with a well-rounded option that mirrors average market returns. If you're risk-averse and can't handle the ups and downs, your returns may be lower. On the other hand, if you're comfortable with a higher level of risk, your returns could potentially surpass 10%. In any case, having a ballpark figure for your expected returns is key because it helps you determine other critical factors like how much you need to save. How much money should you aim for in retirement? Figuring out how much money you need for retirement can feel like a big, overwhelming task, but it's a super important step in making sure your financial future is secure. And it's not as complicated as it might sound. Plus, it's a key part of your retirement planning. Here's a simple way to do it. Take the amount of money you want to have as your annual retirement income and multiply by 25. So if you're thinking you'll need $40,000 a year for a comfortable retirement, your target savings should be around $1 million. If you can make smart choices, a big chunk of your retirement will come from the returns you earn on your investments. Your own contributions are just a piece of the puzzle. So if you can confidently figure out this number, you're well on your way to securing a successful and comfortable retirement. If you can answer all of these questions, you're likely in great financial shape. Even if you're not exactly where you want to be yet, you're on the right track. Set a vision, make a plan, and be consistent. You've got this. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you learned something new today. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps us out. We'll see you in the next one.